Two-wheeler, nicely done. So there I was, sitting at home, quite happily playing video games. Factorio, if you weren't aware. I've been bitten by the bug again. Can't help myself. I just have to play it. Yes, can't help myself at the moment. Just plays on my mind when I start playing it, and I have to play more. It's a vicious cycle. Anyway. Whoops. Yeah, I could have stayed there, carried on playing video games, chilling. But instead I thought, you know what? I'm going to go for a ride in the cold through Chester to see my uncle in Saltney. Because that seems like a much fucking better idea. No, truth be told, one, I am going to see my uncle, and two, I had to re-record the video I made the other day. Basically, my little walk. If any of you are on Instagram, you'll have seen the post where I went for a little little walk, and I recorded a bit of a video. And unfortunately, due to my phone's camera, for whatever reason, having no anti-shake on it, even though I turned it on, it basically makes me look like I've got fucking Parkinson's. So, we'll have less of that. I may put a little bit of it in just so you can see what I'm fucking talking about. Yeah, cyclists like that one. So yeah, that's really all that's changed in 2020 for me. So yeah, that's no good. Can't put that up. It made me sick watching it. Never mind you poor fuckers. Although editor and YouTube may have actually gone a long way to actually assist with that footage. Anyway, it looked like shit to me. Boring. Well. So yeah. What was I fucking talking about? God damn, I got the memory like a sieve. Plus Chester is all traffic lights, literally all the way through. On a clean piece of road. The sun is bright. Oh, fucking hell. Go outside lane on this one. Whee! So yeah. I tried to do a little video while I was on my walk, and it just went completely to rat shit. The footage is basically unusable. So, here we go again. Seems how I was out and about anyway. Might as well take the opportunity to re-record something. These fucking lights. I mean, look at them. You can see them for miles. Fuck. I think the lights know that I'm running on fumes, and they've decided to fuck with me a little bit. Anyway, fucking hell. Oh, fuck me. I'll tell you what, this video is going to be 90% me being disappointed at red lights. Good morning. I fucking still do it. I still have to acknowledge fucking police officers. God damn. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Fuck me sideways. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Fucking devil. Fucking hell. Every bastard light. Only me. Only me. Aha. So yeah, The footage in basic was me explaining the change for 2020. I've spent the last couple of months just refining my mindset on things. As some of y'all will have seen, as some of you all would have seen, I had an aborted camping trip last year, 2019, because of some psycho following me around the mountain. Now, I did a bit of digging into these concerns and problems and things, and her concerns were valid, I'll grant that. There's no need to go about it the way she did, but meh, can't change the fucking past. My idea of wild camping is, you know, going out there, building shelters, making a fire. That's the whole point of wild camping, in my opinion. But unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to change with the times, because it's not just about what I want out there. It's about wild campers' image. It's about the way people look at us in the communities we camp near. Obviously, if people see fires and if there's wildfires again because of people going up there and doing stupid shit, don't want to give people from my little community a bad name, and it's just easier to move away from that sort of thing. So it looks like that's what I'm going to be doing. It's just unfortunate because there's been a lot of incidents in recent years. One of them would be where a famous motorcycle cafe, the Ponderosa Caf on the Horseshoe Pass, was shut for about a month. Now, that was because of a wildfire that spread up the side of a mountain and endangered the entire business. They had to evacuate the cafe one day, and then they weren't allowed to return to work for days. And I think ultimately it was closed for something like a week and a half. Which is, as a business goes, is shit. I don't know who started that particular fire, but you know, these fires are causing so much damage to the environment and so much damage to, you know, reputations and people's opinions, and ultimately it's just not worth it. I mean, I love a good little fire, I really do, but I'm not going to endanger everyone else's time because of it. Because it's not wild campers causing the problem, but it's quick how people's opinions can change to that. A lot of the problems up that way, I'm talking like the Ogwen Valley and other places, have been caused by the youths of the area. And, you know, shit like that, where people are just going around setting mindless fires, destroying natural crop of wild edibles and things like that, which are not only food for humans but for birds and other animals. And these kids up there are just going around destroying it, which is fucking abysmal, because it's what I believe very strongly in, looking after the environment, as I ride my 500cc petrol guzzling motorcycle around. But it's one of the things I do believe strongly in, is we've only got one environment, and if we fuck it up, it's gone. So I believe very strongly we should be looking after it. Unfortunately, these little scroats that are doing these sorts of things don't give a fuck, and they barely ever get caught. And when they do, the penalties aren't high enough. So it's a bit of a shite, really. So yeah, major mindset change. It's taken me a couple of months to wrap myself around that and start figuring out my shit again and get myself geared up so that I can operate to that new mindset. Because you've got to understand, I've been wild camping for years under the preset of, if you don't have enough shelter, you make a shelter. Well, you can't really do that anymore. I mean, you can in certain aspects, but you've still got to be careful with that, because they'll just claim you were damaging the environment. It's like, for fuck's sake. Having said that, I am going to continue this year. I'm hoping to get out a bit more. Lol, said that last year and the year before. This last year's just gone to shit with our rotors. We're just matched up completely. You can't do anything under them circumstances. But we'll see. We'll work something out. Haha! Haha! Try not to get fucking squished. Oh, parking is, as always, shite. Oh, there is no parking. LOL! Yeah, that's great. That was a nice little trip to my uncle's shop. I love a for sale bin. Who doesn't love a good sale bin? Reduced items to clear, that sort of thing. Love them. I didn't go in with the intention of spending any money, but that's always the fucking way with an airgun shop. I love me some accessories. I don't like delivery drivers who fucking run at me while I'm riding. Dickhead. But, yeah, came away with a electronic tick repellent. Should be good. Should be real good. I've always wondered about them. I've seen them around a lot, and a lot of people I see on the internet and things like that have them. I've always wondered how well do they actually work, and I guess when I go on my next trip I'm going to get a view to that. Now, apparently when you pull the tab on this little device, the battery should last a year from the moment you pull that tab. It's not one you can turn on and off. It's just an on repellent. But I'm not bothered by that. It was a tenner. They're normally like 20-25 quid, so fuck it. I believe all it does is emit a sound at 40, is it 40 decibels? I don't fucking know, 40 hertz? I'm very underinformed for this video, but basically it emits a sound that the bugs don't like and the ticks stay away from you. You can get them from mosquitoes as well. All that's wrong with it is a bit of a tatty box. It ain't going to be in the box when I'm using it, so who gives a fuck? Onwards and upwards with my adventures, which I was trying to talk about before. Yeah. Nah, it's just the times are changing. Everybody's up in arms about wildfires, and even more so following Australia. I mean, fuck, there's some horrendous shit. My thoughts are with those over there. It's not pleasant at all. But yeah, get up, you bugger. Oh shit. Dan's final thought before he got killed by a bus. Oh shit. Oh fuck, a bus.